It was the first morning of the new year, and the air was cold but gentle, like it carried both the chill of winter and the whisper of something new. A boy sat on the steps of his grandfather's old countryside home, sipping warm tea from a clay cup. His eyes stared blankly at the quiet sky, heavy with clouds and the weight of unspoken thoughts. His grandfather watched him from the wooden rocking chair, a blanket on his lap and a soft smile resting beneath his white beard. The boy hadn't said much since he arrived the night before, not even when they lit sparklers for New Year's Eve. Something was heavy on his mind. Finally, the boy sighed deeply and said, "Another year has gone by, Grandpa, and I still feel the same. I didn't do anything special last year. I wasted so much time." The old man rocked back and forth, saying nothing at first. Then he stood up slowly and beckoned the boy with a wave of his hand. "Come," he said, "I want to show you something." They walked together across the dry field behind the house. The boy had often run across these same fields as a child, but now he walked with slower steps, like the weight of regret followed him. His grandfather led him to a small, locked wooden shed at the edge of the land. He fumbled with a rusted key and opened the creaky door. Inside was a room filled with glass jars, hundreds of them. Each jar was labeled with a date. Some were glowing softly, some were nearly empty, some were covered in dust. The boy's eyes widened. "What is this?" he asked. The grandfather touched one glowing jar with a trembling hand. "These are years," he said. "Each jar holds the memory of a year in a man's life. Every joy, mistake, lesson, and moment that made it matter, or didn't." The boy moved toward a dusty jar near the corner. It was labeled with a year from long ago. Inside it, barely visible, were faded images of newspapers, cigarettes, long naps, and empty calendars. "This one looks dead," he said. His grandfather nodded. "That was the year I wasted after your grandmother passed. I let sorrow and laziness steal time I'll never get back. Nothing inside that jar is worth remembering, but I keep it so I never forget how it felt to waste something priceless." He pointed to another jar, one that burned with a warm amber light. "That was the year I started building this house with my bare hands. I had little money, no real plan, but I had a purpose. That jar, that year, changed everything." The boy turned to him. "But I don't know what I'm supposed to do yet. I have no big dream like that. Isn't it okay to wait until I figure things out?" The old man smiled, but it was the kind of smile that held pain and wisdom. "Waiting is not the problem, my boy. Wasting is." He picked up a small, nearly empty jar from a nearby shelf. "Let me tell you a story. There was once a young man who, like many others, thought he had all the time in the world. He always said, 'Next year, I'll start that project. Next year, I'll read those books. Next year, I'll fix things with my family. Next year, I'll take care of my health. Next year, I'll stop comparing myself and find peace.' And every year, he said the same thing. Next year, next year, next year." He was always waiting for the right moment, as if life had a signal that would say, "Now you're ready." But life never gave him that signal. Instead, time kept moving. Seasons passed, friends grew, opportunities came and left. And the young man, still young in body but older in spirit, looked back one day and realized that nothing had really changed. The dreams he once had were now excuses. The plans were dust. The years were gone. One day, he visited an old man in the mountains who was known for his wisdom. The young man poured out his heart and said, "I've wasted so much of my life. Is it too late to start?" The old man gave him a jar. "Take this," he said. "It is empty, but it belongs to this year. What you put inside it is up to you. Fill it with silence, and it will stay silent. Fill it with fear, and it will darken. but fill it with effort, courage, mistakes, forgiveness, and purpose, even if small, and it will shine forever. The young man asked, "What about all the years I've lost?" The old man answered, "You can't change the past, but you can stop it from becoming your future." The boy in the shed stared at the jar in his grandfather's hand, and something inside him shifted. "So every year is a jar?" His grandfather nodded. "Yes, and you, my boy, are the only one who gets to decide what you fill it with." Many people waste their lives waiting for permission to begin. Don't be one of them. Don't let comfort steal your fire. Don't wait until everything is perfect, because it never will be. Life doesn't give us a map. It gives us a compass, and the direction is yours to choose. The boy sat down on the wooden floor, overwhelmed by the thought. His mind filled with all the things he had put off, the calls he never made, the art he never started, the help he never offered, the books still unread, the ideas left in notebooks. He looked up and asked, "But what if I fail?" The grandfather walked over and placed a glowing jar in front of him. "Then you fill a jar with failure, and that's better than one that's empty. Failure teaches, fear paralyzes. The only truly wasted year is the one where you did nothing because you were too scared to do something wrong." Tears filled the boy's eyes, not out of sadness, but from the weight of truth settling in his heart. He stood up, looked around at the shelves of time, and said softly, "I don't want another empty year." His grandfather handed him a blank jar, smooth, clear, and waiting. "Then start now," the old man said. "Not tomorrow, not next Monday, not when everything feels easy. Start now. Even if it's just one small thing each day. The secret to a full life isn't in grand events. It's in choosing to fill your jar one honest moment at a time." The lesson time is the only treasure we all own equally until we give it away to distractions, doubts, or delay. Every year you're given is a blank jar. You can choose to fill it with excuses, or you can fill it with effort. The years won't wait for you to be ready. They pass whether you move or stand still. So move, even slowly, even awkwardly, because a clumsy step forward is still better than standing in the same spot for another 12 months. Don't let another year slip into silence. Pick up your jar and begin.